Our correspondent Bastien Renouil is in Khartoum. Bastien, as we said, protesters have taken to the streets. You're there on the ground. What is the atmosphere like there in Khartoum?
Well, for now, the situation is very quiet. There are very few protesters in the streets, but that's normal because it's midday and the temperature is very hot here in Khartoum, and it makes it very difficult for protesters to demonstrate. So they will probably take to the street in higher numbers this afternoon when it's easier. But it doesn't mean that there is nothing happening. There's still barricades everywhere in the city, especially on the outskirts. They're blocking the main road, and I'm currently standing next to one of them. A few people are demonstrating around it. This barricade is like 50 centimeters high. It's not very high. It's not a wall. It's made of rocks and tires. But it's enough to block cars. It's enough to block the military. And the demonstrators that are around it are saying that they will stay here until the military accept the demand, meaning that they will stay here until the military step back and until they give back the power to civilians.
Bastien, can you tell us more about the Prime Minister's release? I mean, he's still under surveillance, so is he really free?
Well, I think we can't say that he is really free. According to General Burhan during his speech yesterday, he said that he was never really arrested and he was only protected by the army because he was facing some threats. We don't know what kind of threats and we don't know who was behind these threats, but according to the military, they were only protecting him. But the fact is that he was brought back to his place with his wife under military surveillance, and there are still soldiers around his house. And according to many sources, according to the Ministry of Information, he is still under arrest. So why was he brought back to his place? We don't really know. Maybe the General Burhan was trying to get more situation a bit more peaceful here in the street. Maybe he was trying to ease the tensions with the international community. We don't know so far. But the fact is that there's still a lot of repression against political leaders. Many of them were arrested last night. And as soon as a political leader speaks on TV, on national TV as an example, well, he gets arrested, and it's the same for activists. So the protesters are still asking for their release, and they're asking for the military to stop arresting protesters, political leaders, and activists.
Okay, our correspondent Bastien Renouil in Khartoum. Bastien, thanks so much.